How can a mark be physical? We went into it last week. Be physical. Anybody online? How can a mark be physical? Come on with it.
So like I said, would it be like your actions, like you doing a thing?
Exactly.
Okay.
Like what though? Give me an example.
Practicing homosexuality.
Yes.
Having a turkey dinner.
Yes, that's all physical. That's all true.
Being a Christian.
That's very true.
And basically just disobeying the Most High.
Exactly. How about joining the military?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. How about joining the police department? You get my point? That's the physical mark. You get my point? Or how about envying the oppressor so much to where now you think that you can go out and be a mass murderer? You see what I'm saying? That mark, that physical mark, is the drug dealing. Because you got the drugs in your hand. They're not planted into your wrist. They're not planted into your hand. You know what I mean? As an actual plant.
Read on. Saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast. So we already know that the beast in Revelation 13 and 6, it talk about the blasphemy and the lies and how they blaspheme in heaven and the angels and they blaspheme the name of God. It's all going into Christianity being set up back then. But what we read in here, that they should make an image of the beast, when America became the superpower in 1945, okay, they created the World Council of Churches in 1948, I think. Okay, and in the 40s, they re-established the image of the beast. You know, there's a new image that America pushed during that war, and not just after that war, right through, they've been pushing this new image. Okay, you feel what I'm saying? Keep on reading. Keep on reading. That they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. It's letting you know that image came from Rome. You understand? It came from Rome. It's an image of Pope Alexander VI, Rome's son, Caesar Borgia. Okay? That's who the image is of. Okay, that white image of Christ that our people worship today, it's an idol. It's idol worshiping. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. So they made that image come to life. Okay? How did they do that? Through Hollywood. All right, America is the number one, I want you to understand, the number one country to push that image of the beast. Rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand. To receive a mark in your right hand? Or in their forehead. Or in your forehead. You understand? Read on. And that no man when it says a mark in your right hand or in your forehead, it goes into what you believe. Your forehead is what? Your mind. Your right hand goes into what? What you support. So you support the white man lies and you believe the white man lies. You believe the lies that Esau have been teaching on this earth. You believe that the people in the land of Israel is the Jews. You support that lie. You believe that lie. You believe Christianity. You believe in homosexuality. You support those stuff that the white man push. That's the mark. You don't understand? It says your mind or your hand before is what you believe and what you support. Okay? No. Read on. Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell. And no man should buy or sell. Read on. Save he that had the mark or the name of the beast. Or you got to have the mark or the name of the beast. Read on. or the number of his name. The number of his name is 666. It's going into the sixth plague, the sixth seal. Is going into Esau, the sixth vial, which is Esau destruction. Okay? When you read the scriptures, he's called the man of perdition, meaning the man of destruction. Okay? So that's what 666 is going into. It's going into his destruction. Okay? So check this. So even that's part of his mark. If you get caught up in his sins, guess what? You're going to be you're going to take part in that destruction that's coming to him too. Okay? So, go to Job. I'm going to jump back to Revelation 13 and break it down slowly for you all. What is that going into, brothers? What we just read in Maccabees and what we read here is going into what? Yes. It's going into Christianity, right? Right? Well, Revelation 13. But what is it saying? If you don't worship the beast, you're going to be what? Killed. What is that called? What are they doing to us? They are forcing us. It's going in. The mark of the beast, the ultimate form, is force worship. They will force us to worship the white man as Christ and to follow Christianity. That's the ultimate form of the beast.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
They hold fast deceit. They refuse to return. See, they hold fast to deceit. What's holding fast to some old doctrine that you can't prove? What's holding fast to it? A lot of these guys can't prove a shit nowhere, but they hold fast to it. A chip nowhere. We in June. Ain't no microchips. Chip nowhere. A lot of these guys can't prove a shit nowhere, but they hold fast to it. A chip nowhere. We in June. Ain't no microchips. It's June.
And hey, the videos speak for itself, man. Again, when it comes to this truth, when it comes to the 100% truth of the scriptures, the complete 100% faith, the complete 100% truth of the doctrine, the holy scriptures, the word of God, you're going to find it right here at Great Millstone. Again, you're going to find it right here at Great Millstone. Salakia and the brethren that teach like unto us. Nowhere else. All right? Nowhere else. And these prophets, Profits, Profits. Yeah, these prophets and those that's following them, hey, they finna be caught up in a bad case, man. These people have no clue, no idea what the hell is going on and what they're about to walk into, man. And this is the true understanding of Revelation chapter 13, verse 11 through 18. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. This beast represents what? Represents an empire. What is this empire that's coming up out of the earth that has two horns like a lamb and spake as a dragon? The two horns representing a power structure within the empire. And that beast is America. Those two power structures within the beast, those two horns, represents the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. See that? And when they speak as a dragon. Meaning, when they write in laws, these laws are to oppress you. Okay? They bring forth draconian laws. These laws are once again to oppress you, to take your liberties away. Verse 12. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him. What was the empire before this empire, the Roman Empire. When you look on that, when you go back and you study the statue in Daniel, you have different empires which were to come into rulership, starting off with what? The Babylonian Empire, going to the Medo-Persian Empire, going to the Greek Empire, then going into the Roman Empire, and then at the bottom you got the extended leg of the Roman Empire, which is represented by America, which is the whore that rideth upon the beast. And then you have the beast, which is NATO. Okay? This is what you're witnessing. You are in the final leg of the Roman Empire, headed by America, the whore that has the cup, all right, and inside her cup is full of blasphemies, all right, full of wine, philosophies. And this is where you get your different religions from, okay, that they push out here. Those are different wines, different philosophies that's in the cup. Continuing. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. So the Roman Empire wound has been healed. Once again, this wound was put in place during the Dark Ages, during the Byzantine Empire, during the Holy Roman Empire, where you had the so-called Negroes overthrow the Romans and bring forth what? Bring forth the Holy Roman Empire, bringing forth the Dark Ages, bringing forth the Byzantine empires. So a wound was struck in the Roman Empire. But now, through the rebirth, the Renaissance, all right, from the Spanish Empire to the French Empire to the British Empire, and now you got the American Empire along with EU, NATO, and now you have the Roman Empire back, established again. The wound has been healed. Verse 13, and he doeth great wonders. Who is this he that doeth great wonders? The man that has been reborn again, the man of the Renaissance, the man that got back into power. Who is that man? Esau, Edom, Idumea, the so-called YT man. This is his empire. You're in the extended leg of the Roman Empire, and he is the one that doeth great wonders, so that he make a fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Yeah, he uses his military might. He uses his technology. This man is blessed with the sword. All right, so he has all these different weapons. All right, he has his DARPA. He has his Star Wars program. Got his laser beams up in the skies, up in the heavens, mounted on top of his space stations. You see that? Yeah, he make a fire come down from heaven. At least we forget about all his different missiles, from the atomic bomb to the nuclear bombs. Continuing. And he doeth great wonders, so that he make a fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. So this is what this man has been going around doing. What man? Once again, Esau, Edom, Idumea. He has been pulling his miracles together, once again, using his technology, using his media, all right? For media is a form of technology also. And then he's able to do these things. How? In the sight of the beast, in the sight of his empire. This man's empire is stretched out, man. Do you not know how many military bases that NATO, EU, and America have stretched out across this earth? Yeah, man. This man has military bases damn near in every country under the sun, man. So yeah, this man has the power to bring these things forth. All right, in the sight of his power structure, in the sight of his empire, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast. Yeah, that they should make an image to the image of the beast. That they should make their countries like the beast. That's their vision. The image is the vision. Where is the beast? Where's this empire? What is this vision? What is it telling these other countries that they need to do? What do they always talk about? They always talking about a global reset, a fourth industrial revolution, merging man with computer. You see that? Going digital. That is the image. That is the vision of what? Of the beast. The new world order. You see that? The one world government. You see? This is where they want to take it. That it should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Yeah, Esau, Edom, Idumea. He is the man that's bringing this forth. The YT man, he is the one that's bringing this forth. He has the power to give life unto the image of the beast. Yeah, this man is promoting this. Yeah, when you go on to this man media and you search it out, yeah, this is what this man is promoting. This is where he want to take things. This is where everything is headed. Doing away with the physical currency and going to where? To what? To the digital currency. So again, who has the power to do this? The YT man. All right. Starting off with what? With his central bankers, the elite bankers. There are central banks in damn near in every country in on this earth, man. And they control the money. So as soon as they finish setting everything up and they flip that switch, guess what? All currencies in the earth is going to be no more, and everything shall be what? Shall be digital. Why? Because this is where they want to go. This is the vision. This is the image. Verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So if you don't want to go with the fourth industrial revolution, if you don't want to go with the global reset, if you don't want to go with the merging man with computer, then it's going to come a point where they shall what? Where you shall be killed. Or if you're not killed, you shall be placed in a prison, in a detention center. Or if you're not placed inside a detention center or inside a prison, you will not be able to buy or sell. You will be out in the streets. Continuing. And he calls of all, both small and great. Yeah, he calls of all. Who is going to be this man that's going to cause these things? Once again, the elite bankers. And the elite bankers are who? The YT man. All right. Esau, Edom, Idumea, the wicked. So they are going to cause this. And they're going to cause all, both small and great, whether you are nobody in society or whether you are somebody in society, rich and poor, whether you got money or you don't have money, free and bond, whether you are out walking with liberty or whether you in one of these prisons / detention centers / FEMA camps. All right. It's going to be presented to you. Okay. What's going to be presented to you? Let's find out. To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that mark is that RFID CHIP. All right. This is going to be your new form of currency. That American fiat currency that you use to carry that greenback is going to be no more. These countries with their currencies with their paper currencies, it's going to be no more. As soon as these elite bankers, these central bankers, decide that they're ready to flip the script, they are going to flip the script. And everything shall go what? Everything shall go digital. Once again, the global reset. To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast. So you're not going to be able to buy or sell in this new digital setup unless you have that RFID CHIP. You see that? And when you receive that RFID CHIP, you're going to be named in the beast system. Your name is going to go into the system, or the number of his name, and you're going to receive a number in the system. Yeah, you're going to be tracked like commodity. Just like commodity, you have a name and then you have a number. Okay? And then that's how it's tracked, by that name and by that number. You shall be commodity. That RFID chip will be like a barcode that gets scanned, that can get tracked. It's simple. So no, the mark is not Christianity. The mark is not drugs being in your hand. Hey man, listen man, you got to be simple as hell to believe these false prophets, man, with what they talking about. Everything is plain upon tables out here, man. It's plain upon tables what's happening and what's going on. To those that have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. Continuing. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast. So let him that have wisdom. All right. Salakia, let him that have understanding, and here is wisdom. Salakia. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man. So when you count something, like I always say, you are considering. So you need to consider the number of the beast. Consider how this beast is trying to number you. For it is the number of a man. For this numbering system, this system is of a man. What man? The YT man. The elite bankers. And his number is 603. Yeah, 666. And this is that man's favorite number. What man? The YT man. This is why when you're dealing with his occults, this is why when you're dealing with his fraternities, what number is this man pushing? He's pushing that 666 all the damn day long, man. That is his number. Okay? So this is the true understanding of Revelation chapter 13, man. When it comes to talking about the beast and the mark of the beast. So with that, I like to say, Shalom.
I'm not a part of the Hebrew Israelite community. I just got done talking about it. I can't be associated with the Hebrew Israelites anymore. The real deal. How do you become an Israelite? You don't become an Israelite. I'm not coming in representing the Hebrew Israelite community anymore. Nah, I ain't doing that. Somebody asked me like, oh, so what do you identify as now? If you're saying you're not a so-called Hebrew Israelite. Why lead a movement? Well, because it's a movement. And movements stop. But are actually cosplaying as the ancient Israelites. And they are exactly like Christians because they're still picking and choosing the parts of the Bible in which they want to follow. The Israelites have been bamboozled, have allowed themselves to be bamboozled and continually bamboozled themselves. I just want people to understand the Hebrew Israelites consensually are shooting themselves in the foot. Nobody's taking it seriously.